Hey friends, happy Black History Month, happy February. It's a new month, let's get to it. Let's get centered. Happy Aquarius season. It's been Aquarius season, but today, the 1st of February, there's 5 planets in Aquarius. We also have a couple planets, Uranus and Mars in Taurus, so there's a lot of fixed energy happening. And Mercury's retrograde, which I'm sure you know, and there's a few aspects happening this week with the Sun and Mars and Saturn and Uranus and Venus. And so with everything that's going on this week, I think the medicine for this week would be to stay centered, stay flexible, and stay open, so we can be making sober, calm decisions, and so that we can stay open to the possibilities and stay receptive to the circumstances that come our way this week, whether they're unexpected and exciting and beautiful, or whether they're an experience that we're not so happy to be having. Still being present with those situations, and still being able to be flexible and open and adapt. So we are going to do a centering meditation. We're going to do a short yoga sequence, some juicy stretches for flexibility, some balancing poses for adaptability, and then we're going to get into a simple root and heart chakra Reiki meditation. So as always, I will guide you through, and I will be giving Reiki, and you will just follow along. So let's get started. So we'll begin our centering meditation standing on our mats, getting in touch with the breath, starting your deep inhales and deep exhales. Standing up straight, slight bend in the knees, chest open, pelvis tucked, hands at our sides. Closing our eyes and just becoming aware of your center, taking notice of your physical body, bringing some attention to that inner world. Removing our attention for a moment from the outside world. Becoming aware of the boundary that is your body, the boundary that is your body separating you from the outside world, from the immediate environment around you. Noticing where your body ends, becoming conscious of your fingertips, the crown of your head, your toes, your feet pressed firmly into the mat. Noticing how far your belly extends in front of you as you inhale. becoming conscious of that separation. What is you? What is the outside world? And I want you to imagine a white light within your core, glowing steadily, just a couple inches below your belly button. And imagine that as you go through your day, giving energy to work, to friends, to family, to daily responsibilities, to various emotions. Imagining that there's a cord connected to that white light at your core. And every little thing that you give your attention to creates a cord that stems out into your field in front of you. As we give our energy to things during the day, we very literally give our energy out. Imagining yourself becoming spread thin. When I hear that phrase, I think very literally of one, spreading your energy to various activities or ideas throughout the day. And as we center, our goal is to retract those cords back, bringing them back into ourselves, reclaiming our energy, bringing all of our energy back to fullness within ourselves, and feeling fully centered and present and collected. And so imagining as you inhale that you pull those cords, those energetic cords, into your center. And you exhale any worries, any anxieties, any stressors that you've been feeling today. Inhale, retracting those cords, pulling them back into your center. And exhaling the stress away. Inhaling, consciously pulling your energy back in, back into source. And exhale, relieving the negativity. Releasing the heaviness. Reclaiming your energy. Continuing this breath, deeply inhaling, visualizing, pulling your energy back to center. And exhale, releasing the heaviness of whatever you've got going on. Feeling as you pull that energy back into yourself, that you feel more solid, more collected, yet you feel light, you feel invigorated, you feel whole. As we pull our energy back in, we reinvigorate ourselves, we re-energize ourselves. We reconnect with our wholeness, our fullness of our energy. Placing your hands on your stomach, feeling that inhale. Feeling yourself pull your energy back to center. And feel yourself release the heaviness of the day as you exhale. Seeing that white light in your belly burn brighter now that you've pulled that energy into yourself. You've reintroduced yourself to your wholeness. Taking one last deep inhale. And exhaling, releasing your arms, fluttering your eyes open. And we'll begin our yoga practice. Starting in tabletop, pressing hands firmly into the mat. Inhale, arch your back, face to the sky for cat. Exhale, arch, bringing belly button to spine for cow. Inhaling up to cat. Exhale, arch, bringing belly button to spine for cow. Let this movement be slow, moving at your own pace. Let this be nourishing for your back, luxurious even. Moving one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. And take your last cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, press back for Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog, and stretch it out here for a moment. Pushing your trunk back with your hands, firmly starfish to your mat. Just play around here. Gauge where your body's at. Inhaling deeply, sending your breath to open up those tight spaces. Slight bend in the elbows. Rotate your inner elbows towards the sky. Just rocking the hips, stretching and alternating the feet if you'd like. Stretch your heels down and back, pressing down into the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, bhujangasana. Exhale, back to down dog. Repeating this sequence at your own pace. Keeping those triceps tight against the ribs in chaturanga. Tops of the feet press down to the mat in cobra. Continuing at your own pace. One last time, inhale plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale bhujangasana, exhale down dog. Inhale the left leg to the sky, allow your hips to open up to the wall on your left, and allow any movement you need here to open up your hips, your hamstrings, your quads. No need for your hips to square here, just do what feels good. Exhale, left leg between the hands into a crescent lunge. Extend the right heel back as if a string was pulling it back and down. Seal all sides of the left foot to the mat, anchoring you in place. Tuck the pelvis slightly so you feel that stretch in your right hip flexor and quad. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And get comfortable here. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Pressing through the left foot and the ball of the right foot, root yourself to the mat. Exhale, sink a bit lower. Exhale, hands to the mat, lowering the right knee down to the mat into low lunge for a twist. So inhaling, stretching the right arm out in front of you. Exhale, twist to your left, resting your right elbow on your left thigh, bringing your hands to prayer position. Exhale gently into the twist. And with every exhale, twisting the tiniest bit further, letting the twisting movement start from your tailbone, moving to your low back, mid-back, upper spine, and finally ending in your neck. Breathing here. Release the twist. Exhale back into down dog. Moving through plank, chaturanga, bhujangasana if you'd like, or just hanging out in down dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky, opening up the hips to the wall at your right. Stretching out however feels good here. Just playing around for a moment, finding your depth. Exhale the right leg between the hands into a crescent lunge. Extending the left heel back as if a string was pulling it back and down. Seal all sides of the right foot to the mat. Anchor yourself in place. Tuck the pelvis slightly so you feel that stretch in your left hip flexor and quad. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And get comfortable here. We'll stay for a few breaths. Press through the right foot and the ball of the left foot, rooting yourself to the mat. Exhale, sink a little lower. And exhale, hands to the mat, lowering the left knee down into low lunge for a twist. Inhale, stretch the left arm out in front of you. Exhale, twist to your right, resting your left elbow on your right thigh. Hands in prayer position. And exhale gently, deeper into the twist. Letting that twisting movement stem from your tailbone to your low back, all the way up to finally your neck. Breathing here. And release the twist. Exhale back into down dog. Moving through plank, chaturanga, bhujangasana if you'd like, or just hanging out in down dog. And we'll come down to child's pose or frog pose or some variation of the two. If your hips are feeling really open, you can move right into frog pose. But for a modified pose, we'll start in child's pose. Let your knees splay open wider than you would for just a regular child's pose. And I want you to push the limits of your comfort here, definitely feeling a stretch in your groin, but not feeling pain. Discomfort is cool, pain is not. And you can allow your back to round here a bit, stretching your arms out in front of you. Just kind of move around, find your depth. Make any adjustments you need to before we settle in. And you can rock back and forth, kind of bringing your trunk forward and pushing backwards, deeper into the stretch, deeper into your hips. And for most of us, this is not going to feel great. The hips hold a lot of agitation, and as you hold this pose, you may feel a franticness to get out of the position. But as long as there's no pain here, just some discomfort, stay. Breathe deeply into the tightness. As you inhale, imagine that breath filling those tight spaces, creating flexibility. Relax your face. Deep breaths. Relax your neck, relax your face. Open your mouth, release your jaw. Take a big exhale out of your mouth. Continuing breathing as we hold. And release, coming up to tabletop. Shake out your legs. Maybe take a cat-cow. Good job. And we'll move into bridge pose. So laying down on your back, soles of the feet press to your mat, feet shoulder width apart, seal them down to the mat. And we'll come up into our bridge by squeezing the glutes and pressing the feet firmly into the mat. So inhaling, pressing up into bridge. Turn your palms to face each other, pinkies touching the mat, and roll your shoulders underneath you, bringing your shoulder blades together so you can lift higher and open the chest wider. And remember, squeezing the glutes to lift the pelvis higher. Deeply inhale, deeply exhale. Staring straight at the ceiling. Squeezing your inner thighs together as if they were holding a ball. And feel how easy it is to just let your chest effortlessly open when your legs and glutes and feet are actively squeezing and pressing into the mat. That strong foundation just allows you to fly. Deep breaths. Squeezing the glutes, holding here. Pressing the feet. And release. Come down to the mat, shake it out. Shake it out. Exhale, bring knees to chest. We're going to take happy baby pose in a minute, but just play around for a second. Rock back and forth, stretch your legs to the sky. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers and just rock back and forth for a second. Get comfortable here, find the depth of your stretch. Let your knees fall open. And we'll exhale, glue your back from your neck to your tailbone down to the mat. Actively push your knees open, squeezing your glutes slightly, opening as far as you can to hold for a few breaths. Inhaling, sending that openness of the breath into the groin. As you inhale and expand your belly, you can feel that your groin releases just a bit more with every inhale. And exhale, release. Shake it out. And come to a seated position, legs straight out in front. Prop yourself up on your hands behind you, palms pressing into the mat with your fingers pointing towards your butt. We'll raise up into a reverse tabletop. Exhale, press up by squeezing your glutes to lift. Keeping a slight bend in your elbows as to not overextend them. Tuck your chin to your chest and gaze straight forward. Breathing deeply. This may feel a little challenging. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes. Pull everything in. Create that strong foundation so that your upper body can just float up, so your chest can effortlessly open. And exhale, release. And just shake it out. Just roll the shoulders, roll the neck. Just release however feels good. And we'll take one more hip stretch. So bring your legs straight out in front. Bend your left knee and rest your leg on your outstretched right leg, coming into a sort of half cross-legged position. Flex both feet the whole time we're in this pose. And we'll take a forward fold, so stretching your arms out in front, walking your fingertips out. Exhale and fold. You can round your back a bit here. It doesn't need to be straight. Tuck your chin gently to your chest, and we're going to hold our tucked chin here the whole stretch. We want to feel this stretch all the way from the calf, through the hamstring, the upper glute near the tailbone, you'll probably feel it, all the way up the back. You might even feel this stretch in your neck and shoulder if you're really tight. I know I'm feeling it on my left side. And you'll see that tucking the chin intensifies the stretch up the back. Keep the feet flexed and chin tucked. Breathe here. Breathing into the discomfort. Releasing the tightness with every exhale. And one last deep inhale, exhale, and switch sides. Bringing that right leg to cross over the left leg, flexing both feet. Adjusting the sits bones as you need to, kind of pulling your butt cheek meat away from the sits bones. I don't know what else to call it. That's what it is. It's your butt cheek meat. Evening out the sits bones. Stretching the arms out in front of you. Rounding the back and taking a fold. Tucking the chin. Feeling that stretch all the way up from the calf to the hamstring, through the glute, up the back. Inhaling, creating space in those tight places. And exhaling, releasing that pent-up energy. Facing that discomfort. Breathing through it. And exhale, release, shake it out. We are ready for our meditation. All right, friends, we have made it to our guided Reiki meditation section. Please get comfortable, put on some socks or sweatshirt or something if you need to get cozy, and we'll get started in a seated position on our mats. And let's just have our palms upward towards the sky. The backs of our hands are resting on our knees. And begin to get in touch with your breath. Feeling your belly expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. With the eyes closed, just bringing that attention back to the inner world. And as you bring your attention to the inner world, see that there is a small ruby red light at your root chakra, your perineum, at the base of your tailbone. There's a small glowing ruby red light that flickers and grows with every inhale. This light is warm. This light is comforting. This light is safe. This light is yours. Gather around this light as you would a fire. Allowing yourself to feel safe and comforted and purified by this ruby red light. And remember the last time you felt truly comforted, truly secure, truly safe in your body, in your environment. If you're having a hard time remembering when the last time that was, imagine what that ideal circumstance would feel like. What would it feel like in your body to feel safe, to feel secure? What would your environment look like and feel like? And as you meditate on this warm ruby red glow at the base of your spine, remember that moment of safety and security. And with every breath, imprinting that memory into your body. No need to overcomplicate the memory. Just focusing on one or two pieces. Visualizing them, feeling them. Sink into that feeling of safety. Sink into that memory. Sink into that flame in your root chakra at the base of your spine. Allow yourself to be held by it. And now, as we let that red light continue to glow at the base of our spine, we slowly bring our inner gaze to our heart center. Bringing your hand to your chest, to your heart if you'd like, just to connect the physical feeling with that inner gaze. Exhaling and surrendering into the heart center. And as you inhale, imagine the most beautiful emerald green light growing in your heart with every inhale. Seeing it shine like an emerald in the sun. or like the reflection of the sun on the water. Seeing that beautiful shining green light grow with every inhale. Breathing deep into the belly, but feeling that breath resonate and expand in the chest. Keeping your hand on your heart center if that helps. Feeling the expansion and the fall of your belly and your chest. And as you inhale, seeing that emerald light expand and rise to the surface of your chest. Expanding as if it could break open your chest, shining out a beam of emerald light. Imagining this visual, allowing your heart center to be broken open by this shining light. And as the light beams from your chest, exhaling and surrendering into that feeling of being vulnerable, of opening up to the light. Taking your memory back to the last time you felt truly free, truly hopeful, truly loved, truly without bounds. Even the smallest moment will do. And if you're having a hard time imagining that last moment, imagine an ideal moment. What would that feel like to be free, to have no bounds, to be held by love? What would that feel like? Visualize this moment, and with every breath, imprint it into your physical being. Feeling the joy of that moment inside your physical body. Letting it reside in your heart center. Exhaling and surrendering into that memory, into that visual. Noticing any sensations in your chest as you surrender. You energetically allow for that emerald light to break open your chest and expose you to that feeling of openness, of boundlessness, of love, of freedom. Smile as you let yourself remember this moment, as you let yourself be overcome by the memory of this moment. Feel that moment here, now. Taking one last great inhale, holding this visual within your body, and taking a big audible exhale. Smile. Bring your hands to your heart center in prayer position and take a quiet moment of gratitude to thank yourself, to thank your guides, your ancestors, your God, your higher self, loved ones in your life, whatever feels relevant to you. Just taking a quiet moment in dedication. And when you're ready, allowing your eyes to flutter open, come back to your current environment around you.